Okay, so we are here with my car, a 2003 Lexus ES300 at Sundance Auto Spa off County Line Road in Yucaipa. And we are not actually doing a car wash review today. We are doing a car tour, and I chose the manual bay here because I figured it fits the theme of the channel. So anyway, let's dive into it, starting with the condition of the front and passenger seat and driver's seat. For one thing, I'm going to admit I'm not the greatest on car maintenance, nor am I the best on car parts, so my commentary isn't going to be very great here in terms of the auto parts. But let's start with the leather seats. Now, I believe this was already here when I bought the car, I think 2 or 3 years ago, but considering it was purchased from a car lot from a friend of a friend, it's in very good condition. It was sold to us as is for $2,500. The car was in full working condition, had a couple check engine codes and needed a tune-up, but it was definitely a steal, especially in the economy we live in today. But it has little control here to make the seat, the back part of the seat firmer or softer. It's got seat adjustments on it, you know, the automatic seats, and the passenger seat has it too, so that's pretty cool. The tilt of this thing, slide this back and forth, up, raise the, lower the seat. The floor mats and the carpet is original to the car and has quite a bit to be need to be desired. I don't think I'll be replacing the carpet in this thing because it's just too expensive, and it's not really that huge of a deal for me. One other thing I should mention is that it has these automatic seat adjustment preset buttons, but I guess the fuse to it doesn't work anymore, so these are useless until I can get that fixed. All of the windows are automatic. So that's pretty cool. Some cars only have the front 2 are auto, all 4 windows in the car are auto. And probably one of my most favorite features for cooler weather is the automatic sunroof, which if I have to turn the car on and make it work, that's a nice feature. This isn't actually the only major upgrade I did completely on my own. These used to be controlled on my phone, multicolor LEDs, but that control mechanism no longer works, so it renders that pretty much completely useless. It just fades between all the colors and mixes them. It's not too bad. We have a glasses compartment. I store my glasses, and I'm supposed to be wearing, but I only wear it if I don't know the area very well. It's hard for me to see certain like small details on signs long distance. Got a mirror within a. It's not going to work unless I turn the car on, but it has the direction here: north, northeast, south. You know, all that. It also has the ability to make to add a filter on the mirror that blocks out sunlight or someone's headlights coming from the back. So that's pretty cool. Here it's got these lights here under the sun visor, the mirror, which I pretty much never use because I don't see a reason why. And it has one on this side here that needs to be WD-40'd or something. Both of these still work pretty well. So since it's getting pretty hot, I need to turn the car on, so that would give us a chance to hear the startup on it. Still works very well. I swear I keep turning the Bluetooth off and it keeps turning itself back on. So the video is going to be a bit stuttery for a second because it connected to my car stereo, and since we're talking about it, why don't we have a look at it. This is an Audi car stereo. Obviously it's aftermarket. I still have the original car stereo, I just don't know where it is. It's in case it needs to be put back in. But it has full synchronization with my phone, and I believe it also has Sirius XM compatibility, which if I paid for that. Has a connected device, auto answer. I really don't know what that is, I don't use it. It can sync my call and contacts list, which I haven't really bothered to do. I don't really need it. I already pretty much know who calls me anyway. It has compatibility for a rear view camera, but I haven't bothered to have it wired up. It really is too much for hassle for what it provides. But it came with the thing. Sorry, I'm using the stabilizer and I pressed the reset button by accident. But yeah, if I had it, it would show the rear-facing camera, backup camera, which I could have added on. Has the ability to change the sound filter. I always use Jazz. That's my favorite one. Has the ability to kind of make it like super loud. I don't really use that feature at all because I don't listen to that kind of music that would sound better with it. I don't really know what that does. But if I tap up here, I can actually turn the brightness down manually, up or down manually. And what's cool is I actually did have it hooked up to dim when I turned the headlights on. So that's cool. I don't have to do it myself, especially if I'm driving. Here's that mirror feature I told you about. This button just simply toggles it on, off. I really don't. I think this kind of makes the mirror a bit darker. It makes it harder for cars behind you or light sources to blind you with the mirror, which is a nice little safety feature considering a lot of people stupidly leave their high beams on at night. So that's always nice. This is the only compartment you can, well actually it's not the only compartment, but the only compartment up here you can actually lock. It's just a glove compartment. The center console here you cannot lock. I actually broke it. It doesn't clamp on anymore, but that I can fix that pretty easily. Pardon me for I apologize for that. We have the shifter here in nice working order. It has a dual AC control, which was in 2003 was top of the line, meaning that the passenger could have a different setting on the temperature than the driver if it wanted to be. Do that and toggle it. So they could have theirs on 67. I could have mine on max cold, whatever it may be. It has the ability to change. It has the ability to change where you want the airflow. If I have it on auto, when I have it on higher temperatures like heat, it'll actually change it to the lower vents, which I hate that feature, so I just turn it off. It has the front defrosters, the mirror. I think it's the mirror defrost. I've used it before. I don't think it really does a whole lot. The tape here is because when we installed it, it was kind of installed kind of weirdly. This thing doesn't really fit with the mounting kit we had, but it had to do. I put these on to avoid it popping back out. So it's just a DIY fix. This thing has 213,000 miles on it, but that's pretty much all of those are me. When I first got the car about 2 or 3 years ago, I had 135K. And as most of you know, when I make these videos, they take up a lot of gas expenses, and so therefore a lot of miles have been put on this car. But nevertheless, it does function very well. It has the ability to open and close the vents. It has this thing here, which I always have it set one below. That kind of turns the dash backlights to a different set of brightness. It has the ability to pop the hood, anything that pops the hood up. The little emergency brake, pedals down there on the floor. The windshield wiper fluid, cleaning the windshield wipers, which is ironic. I'm doing this in a car wash, but has the ability to change the wiper speeds and all that fun stuff. Cruise control lever, which I do use a lot. It just makes my life easier personally. It's kind of what it's designed for. The automatic mirror adjustments, which I'm not going to mess with because I have it in a particular way, but it's all working just fine. The ability to pop the trunk here, and the ability to pop the gas cap, open the gas door. This is a compartment down here. I really don't know what that does. Honestly, I don't think there's any use for it. Of course, down here we have this is one of 2 cigarette lighter plugs that I think this car has. I don't know if there's one in the back. I haven't really looked, but that pops out. I don't really know what that is. It's not relevant to today's technology. And the little cup holder here, if I can get a good shot of it, actually does pop in and out, but my cords are blocking it, so that's pretty cool. It's because I'm putting too much weight on the stabilizer. Down there, I have some of my junk down there. A lot of space. I have the seat pulled up a little bit further from the last person who sat in it. Two of the Fast 5 air fresheners. I think that's pretty much all there is to see up here, as far as I know. I guess I could show you the engine compartment just for all the car enthusiasts, even though I know nothing about it. Okay, so here's a look at the engine compartment. It has a V6 24-volt engine. I really don't know anything about that. The wiper fluid thing here to refill that. There's the belt going down there in pretty good condition. Battery I had to replace. I think I've replaced the battery twice on this thing since I've owned it. But yeah, I'm sure car enthusiasts have a lot more to say about that, but I don't know anything about these parts, so. Oh, yes, one other thing I forgot to mention in the front part is that this actually, there's a button down here which I would need the car keys to get to it. There's a, what's called a, I don't know if you can see that very well, not a great angle too, but we have a trunk cancel option, which if I put this, let's say if I pull that out, it means that no matter how many times I press this button, it locks that one out so someone can't smash the window and pop this open and steal what's in the trunk. And this is a locked compartment, so thieves can't just remove it themselves. If I push it in, that releases it. The key's a little messed up. I need to get it replaced, but I just haven't bothered to do it. The blind spot mirrors on both sides I put on myself. They're very useful layer of protection for me personally. Let's take a look at the back. Alright, so don't mind all of my stuff back here, and not to mention the car seat. I actually was taking my family to the airport, some people in my family, and one of the passengers needed a car seat, so that's why that's in there. I might have to bring them back so I can remove it. Pretty much the same deal on the door panels for the rear, nothing special there. Oh, this here is a little actually a lockable weird trunk access thing. I really don't know what that's called. This folds up and down for more. Got the air vents back there. Have little folder holders, as I call them. You can also store the windshield cover. Nothing really too interesting back there. There's the gas door there. Here's a look at the trunk, very spacious, and the spare tire compartment sits under there. I've had to use that a few times. And this car actually comes with a full-size spare tire, so that's very nice because I've actually had to use it at times to get me around. It definitely bought me some time while I could replace the tires that needed to be that were broken. So yeah, that's very cool. I love that. It's a full-size spare, so it can be used in place of a broken tire for longer. But yeah, that's really all there is to see with this car. As I said, I picked it up used from a friend of ours who actually tows cars in Chino, and then after the owners, I think, leave them unclaimed for so long, he can actually sell them. Sells them as is. Because we knew him, he originally had the price set at $3,500. I got this thing for $2,500 as is, very good condition. Had the transmission replaced since I've owned it. Had a bunch of repairs done on it very recently, actually. O2 sensors were replaced. The knock sensor was replaced. And this car really has withstood the test of time, I gotta admit. So definitely a good first car for me. Oh, one quick little thing I want to mention. This car was manufactured, I believe, in March of '03, if I looked at the records correctly. And I was born in February of 2003, so this car is only a year older than me. And quite frankly, it's holding up better than me. But yeah, that's a look at my Lexus. Sorry if my commentary wasn't the greatest. I just figured it was time to show the car and do a full car tour. There's my little light bar back there. Don't really use it for much. Oh yes, and the license plate frame that a friend of mine got me as a gift for my 21st birthday. I think that was custom. Anyway, That's all I've got for you. Thank you for watching, and that's it.